Welcome to Grapevine Canyon Ranch, located in Pierce, Arizona, in the Dragoon Mountains, at an elevation of 5,000 feet, in an area known as the Cochise Stronghold. This beautiful woodland area lies in a protective rampart of granite domes and sheer cliffs, which were once the home and refuge of the great Chiricahua Apache chief, Cochise, and his people. Located within the Coronado National Forest, this rugged natural fortress was, for some 15 years, the home and base of operations for the famed Apache chief, Cochise. Cochise and about 1,000 of his followers, of whom some 250 were warriors, settled here in the protective hills and valleys. Gazing over the stunning rock formations of this area, you can almost see and imagine Apache sentinels observing everything below for miles in all directions. There's something very spiritual about this area that guests to Grapevine Canyon Ranch will come to experience. The first order of business on arrival at Grapevine Canyon Ranch is to leave your problems at the gate, because you're in for the Western experience of a lifetime. The ranch has been owned and operated for over 20 years by Eve and Jerry Searle, whose passion for showing guests the experience of a lifetime is more than evident. Guests become family very quickly at the ranch. Eve and Jerry are both deeply involved in the day-to-day operation of the ranch and can often be seen herding cattle and making certain everyone is having a good time. The passion they feel for their ranch, their guests, their horses, and other animals is very evident. You might even spot Eve taking an evening walk with her goats, her dogs, and her favorite horse, Comanche, over the ranch she shares with so many people from all over the world. You can't help but notice the deep sense of family, camaraderie, and belonging that guests experience at Grapevine Canyon Ranch. Eve's philosophy is very simple and incredibly effective. Happy horses, happy staff, happy guests. Everyone there, including the horses, contribute to making everyone's experience enjoyable. The ranch is home to about 80 horses. Each horse is part of the work routine for 3 weeks, and then gets a week's vacation to roam the pastures and enjoy some time off. This liberal vacation policy for the horses keeps them fresh and makes for enjoyable mounts and trail rides with the guests. The ranch is also a retirement home for several horses that have put in many years of service to the ranch. Eve feels that after contributing so much to the success of the ranch, the horses are entitled to a comfortable retirement at the ranch. Guests stay in their own private cabin, or casita, at the ranch, assuring tranquility, solitude, and the ability to take in the natural surroundings and scenery. The views from your private deck are breathtaking, and at night the view of the stars is nothing like you have ever seen before. The hills change color during the day, and they never appear to look the same twice. Each casita is individually appointed and uniquely decorated with an appropriate southwestern theme, and guests will find them wonderfully comfortable and relaxing at the end of a long day of trail riding or exploring the many sights around the ranch. Grapevine Canyon Ranch is open year-round because of their temperate climate, enabling guests to partake in their favorite activities most anytime. An integral part of the Grapevine Canyon Ranch experience is horseback riding, and the ranch provides a variety of riding experiences: short and long trail rides, evening rides, overnight camping rides, off-ranch trail rides, and more. Most of the staff have been there for 2 to 10 years, so they know what guest satisfaction is all about. Each staff member takes a personal interest to ensure that guests have a wonderful experience at the ranch. Each rider is carefully matched to their horse. The rider's ability is carefully assessed, and they are paired with a horse commensurate with their experience level. Finding the best match between horse and rider is a priority with the wranglers.
If we're going to wash,
They also provide both group instruction and private riding lessons for people wanting to learn more about proper riding skills.
Do not let them try.
Your left heel is going to come in up by the front center and push your horse's front end through the turn. Right. Okay.
The wranglers know that you can't enjoy the trail if you aren't properly matched with your horse, so determining a person's riding skill and finding the perfect horse is an important part of the whole experience. If you prefer not to ride through the beautiful canyons and hills of the ranch, there's still a lot to do. The ranch is very close to Kartchner Caverns, Fort Bowie, the Chiricahua National Monument, several ghost towns, and the historic Tombstone, the town that wouldn't die, which is where you'll find the famous OK Corral and Boot Hill Cemetery. The staff at Grapevine Canyon Ranch are as dedicated a group as you will find anywhere. And interestingly enough, most came to Grapevine Canyon Ranch as guests and enjoyed the experience so much they wanted to come back and work at the ranch.
My name is Bonnie St. Clair, and I'm in charge of sales and reservations here at Grapevine Canyon Ranch. Reservations is very important to me. I do talk on the phone a lot. I'm selling this place to people. I get a lot of phone calls from all over the world. People wanting to know about this place and about what we do and how we work and everything. And so that's my most important job, I feel like, is selling this place to people. Is something I do enjoy. Customer satisfaction is my main thing. One of the things I am in charge of is customer satisfaction. I came here as a guest the first time in 1991, and I was a guest 2 more times after that. I came to work here in June of 1994, so I've been here for almost 10 years now. It's been the best 10 years that I can remember of my life. There's so much personal attention. I was not a good rider when I came here the first time as a guest. That did not deter the wranglers or even Jerry or anyone from treating me as if I was the most important person at the moment to them, showing me how to ride better, showing me what I could do better. And they never acted like it was a chore to them to help me to become a better rider as a guest. Our wranglers and our other staff are always there to take the time to explain things to you and to be able to just make you more comfortable and more at ease on a horse, because horseback riding is our main thing, and that's what we want to do. We want to make you have the most enjoyable, the best vacation that you've ever had. I think our number of repeat guests is a testament to that we've got so many people who come back year after year, some even 2 or 3 times in the same year, because they enjoy the camaraderie and they're treated just like everyone else. And the staff takes them to heart, and we just want everyone to have the best vacation. We own all of our own horses, and so each horse is very personal to us. And we treat the animals with the same respect that we treat our guests. Our horses are very well treated, and I think that comes across in our wanting guests to have the best time that they can.
My name's Adam Malott. I work here at Grapevine Canyon Ranch. I'm in charge of all outdoor operations, which includes the barn, maintenance. I also run the bar, and of course I'm in charge of guest satisfaction. You know what's special about this place? Grapevine has just brought so many people in here, guests, employees, certain horses, and we brought things into people's lives that they just thought they'd never do, taking them to places that they thought they'd never get, giving them the confidence to do other things. It's just a really wonderful place, and when people leave here, they always feel like they have family to come back to. One of the things we offer here at Grapevine, I guess the main attraction here, is that we offer a piece of Western lifestyle that you can't get anywhere else. We're a cattle ranch, a working cattle ranch, but we also take out string rides where a person can either go for, say, a 3-hour trail ride or a 2-hour advanced ride in the afternoon that has trotting and loping, either to a day ride into a historical part of the mountains or something like that, just something for every lifestyle, every interest. Although there are a lot of ranches in the western United States that are have similar operations to us, I don't believe that any of them have the atmosphere that we do. For the staff and the guests alike, there's just a draw to this place. It's not just the Western atmosphere. It's not the Western heritage. It's a feeling of belonging, family, friendship. There's things that you can't seem to find in just everyday life, and I think that's probably the biggest draw. I've been here at Grapevine for a little over 6 years, and I don't plan on going anywhere else.
Hi, I'm Debbie Nicoletti. I'm in charge of guest services here and anything to do with the indoor operations, and primarily in charge of guest satisfaction. I came here 11 years ago, and actually it was out of curiosity. I had never heard of a dude ranch before, and more than anything I was curious about it. So when I came knocking on the door to see if they had any openings, they hired me on the spot, and the rest is history. One of my responsibilities is to manage the gift shop, which is a very fun place to come to. They have everything you can imagine, from shirts and sweatshirts and postcards, you know, the usual things like that. We also have a lot of horse-related gifts and some snacks, you know, so there's just everything in that gift shop. It's a small gift shop, but it's full. It's a lot of fun to come into. You know, it's something we like to do maybe after dinner or maybe before somebody leaves, but it is a fun place to come to. We do a lot of bantering in there.
The guests at Grapevine Canyon Ranch come from all over the world to experience the Western lifestyle and to enjoy the hospitality provided by Eve and the ranch staff.
Robert and Lorette Patterson from Newcastle in England. This is our second visit to Grapevine. We've been coming to Tucson 4 or 5 years, and last year we thought it would be a nice change to ride in the desert. But we wanted to come to a working ranch and not just a hotel with horses. So we chose this last year, and when we got here, we make you very, very welcome. You become friends immediately as opposed to guests, and that makes a big difference to us. So we spent a week last September, and we enjoyed it so much. Within 2 weeks of getting home, we booked to come again, and we're really pleased that we did. The riding here is different, of course. It's Western, and they take good care of you when you're out on the horses, even when you're so inexperienced as I am.
My name is Jeff Simpson. I come from the UK, live in a place called Cumbria, up near the English Lake District, and this is the second time of visiting the Grapevine Canyon Ranch. I have to say we like it so much, we just keep coming back. Getting out on the rides, there's so much to choose from, so much, so many places to go. From riding on the flats, up in the hills, Apache lookout, going over to the Chiricahua National Monument. Beautiful ride, a very spiritual experience actually, beautiful place. It's a wonderful challenge and it's something of an adventure, but all in all, it's totally relaxing and totally chilling. There's nothing like it in the world, and I can recommend it to everyone. Everyone should do it once in a while.
One of the most interesting aspects of the ranch is the number of repeat guests they have. Guests who have been to the ranch 3 or more times become members of the prestigious Repeater Gang and are given their own coffee mug, which is proudly displayed on the saloon wall. The walls are covered with hundreds of Repeater Gang mugs and are a testament to the number of guests who have enjoyed the experience so much they return again and again. But it doesn't stop there. The walls are also lined with recognition flags for the 6 shooters, 6 or more visits. The Dirty Dozen, 12 or more visits. And the Elite Blackjack Club, 21 or more visits to the ranch. One guest has been to the ranch 23 times, a true acknowledgement of the great experiences to be had at Grapevine Canyon Ranch. Grapevine Canyon Ranch is also a working cattle ranch, and guests can also share in the experience of riding fences and working with the cattle. The cattle and their calves graze the hills of the ranch, and the wranglers and the guests bring them in for sorting, branding, and routine checkups. The guests bring them back to the pens in several groups as they locate and herd them in from the hills and valleys around the ranch. All this work creates a Western-size appetite. Guests are fed well on the trail with down-home cooking they always enjoy. At the end of the day, guests can relax in the Longhorn Room, which has its walls covered with photographs of horses, guests, and staff who have all made the ranch the special place it is. In the Longhorn Room, guests can enjoy entertainment provided by the staff, who are also quite talented musicians. The Grapevine Canyon Ranch Band even has their own CD called Ride for the Brand, filled with songs reminiscent of the Old West and traditional country values.
Hi, I'm Eve Searle, and my husband Jerry and I own the Grapevine and the Cobra Loma Cattle Ranch. And I came here from Australia about 30 years ago, met Jerry in a cattle roundup on this very ranch, and we now run it as a guest ranch as well. And I have to introduce my 2 friends, Comanche and Scotty. And I think one of the most important things about this place is that we feel it's a very special mountain range. The Dragoons were the hideout of the Chiricahua Apaches, who used to use these mountains in times of warfare. And the Cochise Stronghold Canyon is very close by. We have about 80 horses, and we think they're happy horses. We give them vacation time, we treat them like staff members, yes, yes, yes. And consequently, they give people a really good ride. They're safe horses, and we have, on our webpage, people write to the horses, and the horses even answer back on the webpage. We have a great correspondence going to different guys in the corral. So I think it's a place to come if you want a really different horse experience. Of course, our horses are special. You wouldn't think that today because they're being naughty, but they are special. And you know what? I'll tell you something else about the horses. When they get old, we retire them. Right now we have 6 retirees. The oldest one is 37. I've had her longer than I had my husband. I've had her for 30 years. And the others are, I think, all in their 30s. But they lead a happy life because we feel if they really worked hard for us, we're not going to sell them down the road. And I'd like to invite anybody who would really want to enjoy Western history, the history of the Chiricahua Apaches, the history of the mining country, the history of the West, who would enjoy good horses, well behaved, good horses, good food, which is we have a very excellent kitchen, and who would in fact like to see how the West was once, which is our motto, to come out and see us, come and visit us.
How do you summarize the experience at Grapevine? The jacket of the band CD says it all. It's a secluded hideaway with the comforts of today and the ranch traditions of yesterday. A good horse under a big sky, starlit nights by a flickering campfire with the music of the Grapevine Canyon Ranch band. Meals the way your grandma cooked them, shared with friends, old and new. A private little cabin in the woods to heal your soul. Eve and Jerry, the entire staff, and horses at Grapevine Canyon Ranch invite you to come share with them the Western experience of a lifetime as only they can provide.